Another issue that's been on is giving access to the media to interact with the girls and even their families. Of course, the media would love to tell their story through first-hand interviews, but this has not been allowed. Deborah, what do you think about this?
Okay, well, we could just get one or two volunteers to talk about this whole thing and give them enough information about it. But I don't think they need this publicity right now.
Minga, you are a journalist. Do you agree with Deborah?
Well. We have to also understand that everything that has to do with security of the nation and stuffs like this, they have to go through due process. Um, I am, of course, I represent part of the media. I work in the media house, so I know how important it is for myself or any of my colleagues, to to get first-hand stories, relations from these girls. I mean, from their mouth, tell us their stories, how it was for them, the nightmares, the thoughts that they would never come back home, how they were probably betrothed to a man they've never met before, or how the man used them or demoralized them, or all sorts. That happens. I'm not arguing, but the fact remains that we all these have to go through the right process. I feel that after they have been reunited with their parents, then we as the media, we as journalists, need to now go after them. The first thing we need to know is yes, they are going back to their town in Chibok, or probably some villages outside Chibok, according to the Minister for Women Affairs, Ajia Al Hassan. She said, and I quote this morning, that these girls, when they get back to Chibok, we the journalists now need to take the bull by the horn, go after them, go to where they live, find out about these girls ourselves. Let us do that investigation. But between you and I, it is possible that some of the things these girls might tell us might actually affect the proceedings of the Nigerian army in curbing and finally killing the entire thing called Boko Haram.
Shidrade, should the media be given access to the girls?
Well, I feel that the media should be allowed to have a first chat with the girls as a whole. They should be given that chance to put it to. They should give them access to them. It will put a lot of answers to. It will give a lot of answers to some questions that have been pending. Like you said, a lot of people, some people still don't believe that those girls were actually kidnapped. When they come out and say it themselves, then people will believe. Then two, allow them to have the press conference. It will at least give the federal government as a whole a, a view of what actually happened, where they were taken to in transit while they were there, coming back, what led to their release. One or two of them will have some information. What led to their release, even if they were put under some kind of oath that they shouldn't talk, or they will be able to at least say that they are not allowed to. They've been under a certain oath not to talk and all that. So I believe that the media should be allowed to have a press conference there. It will put answers to a lot of things, and we'll be able to put some measures in place to avoid such future occurrence.
But Shidrade, do you as a person have doubts as it concerns the story of the Chibok girls?
Well, I have my doubts. I believe if they are within the for every state there is a government, and there's a governor, there's a local government chairman, there are different people in place. If wherever they are kept is within Nigeria, they should, the government should have been able to reach them, unless they are not within Nigeria. Now, they keep saying they are here, they're there are different camps here, there are different camps over there. But at the same time, that's why we have, why do we have state governments? Why do you have local governments? Then why do we have the military if they can't put some measures in place to get these things, to get these girls out since. Some people will have, they are being sponsored by different people. We know that. But there are some people that will be able to, they have technical know-how on how to be able to checkmate all this going on around. As they are there, yes, we know they are there. How do we get them? Nobody is ready to go further to get them out. That's just how I feel about it.
Well, let's leave the social media and speak with a woman who has been involved with the Chibok girls issue for a while now. She tells us that she took care of 4 of the girls from the first set of girls who escaped from Boko Haram after spending months in their camp. Mrs. Doris Yaro says the girls are no longer with her, but under the responsibility of an NGO which is seeing to their education and well-being. Mrs. Yaro obviously is happy that more girls have regained their freedom.